Earlier today I saw a video with a very interesting title. The title read something like how to make $1,000 a day trading. Well, I wanted to make a video on this as I thought it would be a really good topic for our beginner series. Let's have a look at the actual data and analyze whether it is realistic and possible that you can make $1,000 a day trading or even swing trading. Let's look what you should realistically expect from your investment journey. Now, the reason why we come over to the charts for this one is because I wanted to put something into perspective when it comes to making a lot of money in the stock market. We can first move over to this heat map over here. Whilst we can't fit the full thing in on chart, what we can see is some figures from stocks today. Admittedly, the stock market's been open for less than an hour, but we're seeing the figures for most stocks today. And this is going to become important when we're talking about making big profits. So we're looking at 1.5% for Apple, 3% for Google, 3% for Amazon, negative for Nvidia by 0.6, Google up by 3 almost, and Microsoft up by 2. We see Meta that's gone up by 15%, but this is an anomaly. We wouldn't expect this every single day, it's just something that's happened. Now, the reason why I point this out to beginners is because it's a very important thing when we think about making money when trading. Because ultimately, the amount of money that we make in our trades is determined by the profit percentage that we take from our investments. So again, if we'd have been trading Apple, whilst we could have been in and out multiple times in the day, let's say we bought when the market opened and sold now. Well, we'd have made a 1.5% return. And again, not everybody does day trade. Some people trade over a few days, some people trade multiple times a day. But realistically, I think if we're looking at day trading, we're talking about buying in potentially early and selling out later in the day. And again, if we want to trade over a couple of days, perhaps buying today or yesterday or whatever, and then selling out in a week or so. But what we're looking at here is a 1% profit margin. So let's put this into perspective. If we wanted to make a lot of money in the stock market, we would have to have the amount of capital required. So let's say we wanted to make $1,000 on a 1% profit margin, because that's what we're seeing in a lot of stocks today. I think that is quite realistic. Admittedly, we can't expect 1% every single day, as some days most stocks, if not all stocks, are negative. So let's say today we try to get a 1% return, which would equal $1,000. We would need to have $100,000 in cash to do this, and that's important to remember. So when you're talking about making $1,000 or even $100, you need to make it relative to your amount of money that you have. If you're talking about making $1,000 on $10,000 alone, you're going to need to make quite a significant profit, about 10% off the top of my head. So you see the point that I'm trying to make here. The more money you have, the easier it is to make these big amounts of money. But I think this was an important yet simple video to make, and hopefully it made sense. The point is, you can't always believe what you read online. Some people want you to believe that you can make $1,000 a day with only $250 invested. Again, to do that, you would have to make a significant return, more than 100% every single day, for you to consistently make $1,000 a day. The most realistic way to make $1,000 a day is to have $100,000 if not $200,000 in cash in your account. And that might sound like a bit of a negative point for most people, but that's keeping things real, and that will hopefully stop you from making some big mistakes that people even like me did in the beginning, expecting to make a lot more than you could. And you could make the argument about leveraged investments, and that is true. If you were to leverage, you could potentially make more money, but that comes with more risk. But the easiest way to make a lot of money in the stock market is to have a lot of money and then ride normal percentages. As I've said, I have tried CFD investing and stuff like that in the past, and it is quite risky. Again, it can go up very quickly and you can make hundreds, if not thousands in a week, but the thing is, you have the potential to lose all that just as fast. So the most solid and easiest way to make a lot of money is to have that money in cash and then to make realistic percentages. So this video was not intended to be pessimistic, I just wanted to shine some light on the real truth as to how people make a lot of money in the stock market. They simply have a lot of money. Again, the amount of leverage that you take depends on you. Some people want to do zero leverage and use their own cash, and some people want to do huge amounts of leverage, 5 times, 10 times, 50 times, but again, that comes with the added risk. So just be aware that when these people online are telling you how to make thousands in a day, it can be a lot more risky than it is worth. Again, we've just gone over the best way to do it, but even then it is not surefire, as you have some days where most stocks will lose money and subsequently your investment portfolio will go down too. So just be aware that it is a double-edged sword. Again, it doesn't mean that's a bad thing, it's just this is a kind of realistic video that you need to see when it comes to your expectations as to what you can realistically make on a daily basis. That's it though, thank you for watching this one, and the series will continue tomorrow.